Welcome everyone to another session of the Mastermind Book Club. In the book that we are reviewing at this moment, I would like to introduce Gina Boucher to introduce the book and her summary. Gina?
Okay, thanks, David. The book that we're reviewing is The Science of Being Great, and it was written by Walter Wallace, Wattles back in 1911. And this is one of a trilogy of books, and he is one of my favorite authors. I love how he talks about infinite intelligence being involved in everything that's in this universe, and that we can connect to that. It's like someone says the mind of God that exists, and as long as we are able to focus on one thing that we want, and once we start to focus on that, then that thing would be attracted to us, by virtue that everything is connected here on earth. So I encourage you guys to read this book and read the other books that he has. The Science of Being Great. There's one, The Science of Being Well, I believe. And then there is another Science of Being
Getting
something else.
Rich. Getting Rich.
Yeah.
But
Getting rich.
there's
Okay.
more, Gina.
Oh, and a bunch of others. Okay, well, those are my three favorite books right there. So thanks, David.
All right. Thank you, Gina. And that thank you very much. Reggie Hilliard.
Good evening, good day, everyone. This is Reggie Hilliard from the Mastermind Book Club. Gina did a great job touching on Wallace Wattles, who's also one of my guys. I go back with this guy a number of years, from The Science of Being Great. The Science of Getting Rich, which is the book that is inspired the movie, the book The Secret, and then as she mentioned, Gina, the other two, because it is part of a trilogy: The Science of Being Great, The Science of Being Well, and The Science of Getting Rich. And then he has other books as well. But he actually lived his philosophy, which is a good thing. He very much lived it, according to his daughter, from what I read about him. And it's very much that type of book. I call it a feel-good book, but I also call it a book where it's very inspiring. And then if you actually can embody it, you actually can get to that level of understanding, get into the mind of God, if you will. I mean, we are that, it's all within us, it's not outside of us. And if you can actually access that, you can really get to a place of fulfillment, wonderment, fullness, all those types of things. I can come up with a whole bunch of adjectives. So if you, really want to, get some inspiration, I would, like Gina says, read this book or listen to it, however way you want to take it in. There's a lot to be gained from this. It's a powerful book. The Science of Being Great is very much true to his word. So just look into it if you really want to be great. Not to say it's the only way, but it's definitely a way in which you can fill yourself up to get to a level of greatness.
Awesome. Awesome job, Gina and Reggie. Reggie, great information. I just want to give you these very simple three things. Number one is I love this book so much that I'm going to start to read it again tomorrow, listening to it again tomorrow. That's one. Two is, have you noticed that everyone has an answer to whatever problem you have? But when have you asked for someone to help you? Probably rare that people ask for answers. This book tells you you shouldn't offer answers unless you are asked for an answer. That's one. Two is, as Reggie sort of hit upon this notion, everything that we want, if we just stand still, take time to think, meditate, pray, just to give you three examples, you can acquire. It takes time. It's not an instant. So this book offers that and much, much more. It's very simple, short book. Wallace Wattles is amazing, and that's why we're going to do another book next week in reference to Wallace Wattles. Thank you, everyone who listens to us, and we look forward to having you next week. Stay tuned. Mastermind Book Club signing off.